Okay, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to everyone. Shabbat Shalom. This is the holy set apart day that the Most High has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. Now, the Most High's kingdom has come. It has come. The old world is done. And the 12 tribe of Israel, the children of Israel, us Hebrew Israelites, we are back on the throne with the Most High. So those 12 powerful heathen Gentile families, they are no longer wealthy. All of that was ours to begin with. The Most High just gave it to them for a certain amount of time. And they're done. Now, let's pull up. Everybody heard of the Rockefellers. So let's pull this up. Look at that. Okay. Because the Most High, he was down here living with us before he scattered us to the four corners of the earth and went up to his throne. He was living with us in Zion. That's where I'm from. Jerusalem is Zion. And that's where I'm going back to at any moment. And the Most High, he is over there now. Yes. Yes. And he's going to live and dwell with us forever in Zion. That's right. He's back down here on planet Earth, just like he was before. And the old world, the world that ended in August 2019, is done. The Most High, he is resetting the world. We're going right back to the beginning. Just like he said, the first shall be last and the last shall be what? First. He's going right back to the beginning. Now, in the beginning, all we was doing was laying back, living our royalty life. We are royalty, or Hebrew, or Negro, or color, or Black. We are the 12 tribes of Israel. We are the royalty, the wife of the Most High. And his everlasting covenant is still in place because it's everlasting. It's everlasting. Nothing was ever done away with. When the Most High put us out of our homeland, he did that for a certain amount of time. Everybody know what a punishment is. Anytime you go on a punishment, your punishment started at a certain time and it ends at a certain time. And our punishment ended August 2019. And when the Most High had put us out of Zion, Jerusalem, and scattered us to the four corners of the earth, he scattered all our wealth to the four corners of the earth. But it's over. He's gathering us from the four corners of the earth, and he's gathering all of our wealth. And real wealth is not that dollar bill. It's gold. But let's talk about, and let me say this, the reason I pull this up, the Rockefeller Carnegie Big Pharma scam, because the Rockefellers was one of the 12 wealthy families. And this is how they got their wealth, by giving pills to people. You're talking about some drug dealers. Because see, before this came along, the Most High was down here on earth and we wasn't even getting sick. We wasn't. The Most High kept us healthy. We planted our own food. That's why some of you all are flipping out now, talking about, oh, the shelves are empty. They're gonna be empty too. You're not supposed to even be in no grocery store because we grew our food. I'm 52 in August. And I remember my grandmother had a garden. You're supposed to plant your own food, raise your own animals. And when we did that, we were healthy. There was no chemicals in anything. The Most High give us every single thing that we need. Now, this is how those Gentiles, those heathens, got rich, but they're not rich no more. All of that come right back to us, that scripture. The Most High say, when he gather us from the four corners of the earth, he's going to gather our wealth, and we're going to take our wealth right back with us. So at any moment, all of that money is right back in my bank account. That's why when they started that stimulus check, that's just what that was. That was a trial run. So money could be deposited right into your account. That's right. We're going to get to that. That's called quantum federal system. We're going to get to that. But let's get to this here first. Okay. John Davidson Rockefeller was an American oil industry magnate, industrialist, and philanthropist. His net worth is estimated at USD 409 billion in 2018. Now, see all of that money coming back to me, because the Most High say the wealth of the wicked is for the righteous. And see, they were only able to enjoy our wealth, our good living, while we was under punishment, but the punishment is over. And so see, that $409 billion, that's mine. That's going right back to Zion. Sure enough. You see, Russia is not rich no more. No, the Most High took it all back because it's ours. It never belonged to the Gentiles. The Gentiles' world is over. That's why they're killing themselves. They know their heaven is over. They're done. Their heaven was our punishment. We had 400 years of punishment, and our punishment is over, and their punishment just started. Yeah. He is widely considered the wealthiest American of all time and the richest person in modern history. However, Fritz Springmeier offers us a very difficult view of the Rockefeller family that you won't find on Wikipedia. In his book, Bloodlines of the Illuminati, Springmeier writes that J.D.'s father, William Avery Rockefeller, 1810 to 1906, was totally corrupt and lacked any type of morals. He was a con man, a gambler, a bigamist, involved in the occult, practiced black magic, sold narcotics. It wasn't illegal then, and eventually went into the oil business. He stole, lied, and abused his way through life. Everything is unfolding. Where was I? And although he wore the best of clothes and never lacked for money, he made most of his money dishonestly. He was a member of the Illuminati, also known as the global elite, deep state, shadow government, and dark cabal. Avery married a number of women around the US, had a number of mistresses, and a large number of sexual partners. He was charged with raping a woman. The Most High is bringing out all of this. He was charged with raping a woman and escaped the state of New York to prevent being sent to jail for it. But the Most High know where he is. One of Avery's many wives was J.D.'s mother, Eliza Davidson. When she married Avery, she moved in with him and his mistress. Wow. Springmeier's book says Eliza was an extremely cruel woman, and that historians have been bought off by the elite to characterize her as a very pious woman. This is the perverted environment young J.D. grew up in that shaped his psychological outlook on life. Springmeier notes that one of the most compelling attributes in J.D.'s rise to power was his utter ruthlessness. He was willing to do anything to gain power over others. J.D. brought the Rockefeller family into the limelight. His secret dealings with other Illuminati families, including the Rothschilds, are all intimately involved with the rise to power of the Rockefeller family. But it was the Rothschilds' capital that made the Rockefellers so powerful. Rothschild also financed the activities of Edward Harriman Railroads and Andrew Carnegie Steel, which later became U.S. Steel. The Rothschilds and Rockefellers are only two of the 13 Illuminati families in Springmere's book that for generations have worshiped Satan as a god. Now see, everything that the Most High have, Satan has the opposite. The Most High have us, the 12 tribe of Israel, and Satan has the 13 Illuminati families. See that? Both families are involved in the promotion of the occult, including kidnapping children for satanic rituals. My goodness. Springmere's book, published in 1995, lays out a panoramic view of the Rockefeller family's immense control and influence in world affairs. The family divested itself into every aspect of life: petroleum, airlines, various technologies, aerospace, medical and public education, religion, banking, media, government, politics, and more. They own vast acreage of lands in South America and across the U.S. They were involved in the creation of the Federal Bureau, FBI, and have controlled it since its inception. The FBI has always been an arm of power for the Illuminati. The Rockefellers have played key roles in the Council of Foreign Affairs. They take part in decisions that affect Russia, China, and other parts of Asia. They promote the New World Government, which supports the union of nations into a one world government. The Most High took care of that because his kingdom is here. Note, as the earth and humanity's ascension process rolls along, the Galactic Federation of Light and its Earth Alliance are reporting that all key global elites or dark cabal are losing power rapidly, and their ultimate demise is imminent. Okay. J.D. Rockefeller becomes wealthy. Beginning at age 20, J.D. Rockefeller focused his energy on oil refining. He, along with Oliver B. Jennings, co-founded the Standard Oil Company in 1870, according to Springmere's book. However, Wikipedia attributes the founding of Standard Oil solely to John D. Rockefeller, who remained its largest shareholder and ran it for 27 years. All of that goes back to all 12 tribes of Israel. The wealth of the wicked is for the righteous. The 12 tribes of Israel, the children of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites from Jerusalem, Israel. Yes. Okay, regardless of which attribution from Springmere's or Wikipedia is correct, it's the fact that JD's wealth soared as kerosene and gasoline became critically important in a growing U.S. economy, especially during World War I. From 1914 to 1918, and when Henry Ford revolutionized the automobile industry by introducing the Model T in 1908, kerosene was used as a light source until the invention of the electric light bulb by Thomas Edison, 1879, and alternating AC electricity by Nikola Tesla. Gasoline is a synthetic product derived from crude oil that fuels automobiles and combustion engines. JD became the richest man in the country, controlling 90% of all oil in the US and at its peak. In 1911, Standard Oil was accused of violating federal antitrust laws and was broken up into 34 separate companies, which became Exxon Mobil, Chevron Corporation, and other companies. Okay, let's drop down to the scam. Okay, the Flexner Report of 1910, the Rockefeller Carnegie Big Pharma Scam. In the 1870s, J.D. Rockefeller became friends with Andrew Carnegie, a Scottish-American industrialist, business magnate, and philanthropist. Carnegie was a steel industry tycoon in the late 19th century and became one of the richest people in America and the world. His net worth is estimated at USD 372 billion in 2014, adjusted for inflation. Yeah, that comes all back to me. Rockefeller wanted to monopolize the medical field in order to sell pharmaceutical drugs. He knew he could patent the drugs, but he couldn't patent natural medicine or any source coming from nature. Nature and drugs is two different things. This is nature. Vegetables and fruits is nature. Anything coming from that earth. Wow. To achieve his goal, he knew he had to eliminate the competition. Natural medicine, which comes from the earth, fruits, vegetables, herbs. See, they eliminated that. They're pushing the drugs instead of eating from the earth. Together with Carnegie, they devised a strategy that will forever change the direction of medical education. See, we always see when the Most High finish, no, there's no doctors, no, because we eat from the earth. I had my vegetables last night. Sure did. Abraham Flexner, 1866 to 1959, was not a physician or scientist or medical educator. He was a former school teacher, expert on educational practices, had specialized training in psychology, held a Bachelor's of Arts degree, and was founder and operator of a for-profit college prep school in Louisville, Kentucky. Flexner published a critical assessment of the state of the American educational system in 1908, titled The American College. A criticism, his work attracted the attention of Henry Pritchett, president of Carnegie Foundation, and a staunch advocate of medical school reform. Flexner's book consistently cited Pritchett in discussions of views on educational reform, and soon thereafter, Flexner joined the research staff at the Carnegie Foundation in 1908. Flexner was selected by Pritchett for his scholarly reputation, evaluation skills, critical thinking, writing ability, and his dislike for traditional education. Okay, y'all can read the rest of that. Okay. The following text is a synopsis of interviews by these 8 medical physicians shown above that reveal the astonishing truth about the big pharma scam perpetuated by the con men John D. Rockefeller and Andrew Carnegie. Look at that. That's sad, isn't it? And see, if you go back and you read the Old Testament, our ancestors, and I'm talking to Black people, our ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Elijah, and Enoch, they lived for hundreds of years. As a matter of fact, Enoch, he's still alive. The Most High didn't even put him to sleep. Enoch is up there in the universe with the Most High. Well, the Most High is back down here, but Enoch is up there. But the point is, we didn't take medicine. The earth, the herbs that the Most High provided was our medicine. That's why it's important for us to eat from the earth. And if we did eat meat, we had clean animals. There was no one injecting our animals because we raised our own animals. And as a matter of fact, in the islands, they still do. Sure do. I go to the islands, been to the islands quite often, Jamaica, Bahamas. Sure enough, they still do. They raise their animals. Their Kentucky Fried Chicken is in the backyard. Them chickens. They got the fruit trees, the herbs, all of that over there. Sure do. It's still there. It's still there. So the Most High is destroying Lucifer's kingdom. It's done. It's done. It's done. It's done. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this article. And I went to blissfulvisions.com. It's a lot. Y'all need to read all of those articles. Y'all need to read that information. Okay? So you can wake up. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So you won't be taken by surprise. Okay? So you will no longer be foolish. Okay? Shabbat Shalom.